What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building, and I will be recapping Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 10, episode 1, so let's get started. First off, I want to say I am so happy my motherfucking show is back, bitches. Yes, I'm happy to see NeNe back. This show really needs her. It was very boring to me last year. I mean, I still enjoyed the show, but it was just one storyline, the lesbian thing, and I was so over and sick of it. So let's get into this episode, you guys. I'm just going to be going over the parts I feel that were the most important, that stood out. First off, where the fuck is the taglines? You know, we as the reviewers and the people, you know, that just watch the show, we want to see the taglines of what the ladies are saying for the season, and we have not seen them. So hopefully they'll be on next week's episode. Because it really does make the show in a sense of, I don't know, I like hearing a little song come on and, you know, everybody saying, you know, what they're going to be saying for the motherfucking year, you know. It just does it for me. It was a little off since we didn't see the taglines. Okay, so first we got Candy. She's shown at her restaurant, greeting customers. She's talking about how she's the people's champ. They showed a clip of, you know, the haters she, you know, claims she has. And, you know, they showed a clip of Phaedra and how Phaedra pretty much lied on her about her wanting to drug Porsha. So, I don't know. I just feel like I'm over that storyline. Candy, you are not completely innocent with the whole Phaedra and Porsha thing, because something about the situation tells me you knew about it. You knew what they were trying to do. I'm not saying you deserve that, but I just don't feel like just Phaedra is to blame. I feel like Candy, Porsha, everybody played into that. And Candy, you was saying shit about Phaedra and them too. So they supposed to not say nothing, you know. They're not supposed to say anything about you. I still don't like that, but it is what it is. So she was just pretty much greeting customers. She ended up telling Todd how she wants to be a good mom and a good businesswoman. And, you know, she's just really happy about getting her group back together, Escape. Y'all know they got their little show going on. I'm going to do a brief review on those. But yeah, that's pretty much what she's talking about. Next person that's up is Cynthia. Cynthia's looking beautiful as normal. She's one of my faves on here. It pretty much just shows NeNe showing up. Like as soon as they show Cynthia, and she comes to see Lake Bailey, and she loves it. And then Cynthia tells NeNe about the 50 Shades of Cynthia party, where she's going to have all the girls come in different Cynthia wig looks. I thought that was a brilliant idea. I really liked it. And then Cynthia tells NeNe that Kenya is married. NeNe can't believe it. She's asking what the guy's name is. When did this happen? What's going on? Like, why weren't you there if y'all such good friends? And Cynthia is just, you know, she don't understand why, you know, she wasn't invited. So anyways, Kenya ends up coming over. And, another thing that was funny was when Cynthia said, well, Kenya's been with this man for 8 months. And then NeNe was like, oh, it ain't been no 8 months. And then here goes Cynthia, well, maybe 6. And then NeNe was like, it ain't been no 6 months. And then Cynthia was like, well, maybe 4. And then NeNe was like, girl, you done went from 8, 6 to 4. I thought that was so funny. So anyway, Cynthia and NeNe are tripping over the fact that Cynthia found out Kenya was married on Instagram. And she's supposed to be a really close friend to Kenya. And Kenya, that's how I know you full of shit. Because if you really claim to be BFFs with Cynthia, you would have motherfucking told her. She wouldn't have found out on the motherfucking social media. She wouldn't have found out that way. So Kenya, you full of shit. And to me, you presenting this situation all the way wrong. Say the man's name. Stop sitting up here thinking motherfuckers supposed to guess and put 1 and 2 together for your ass. Like, just it's how you present things. Anyways, Kenya ends up showing up to Cynthia's place, and NeNe is kind of grilling her. Hey, heard you got married, and it's just like, Kenya, you need to just tell people your man's name, and just really get to the motherfucking point. Kenya is talking about she's gonna be moving, and she and her husband, they plan on living together. And NeNe was like, well, you just got into that house. Kenya talking about there's ghosts there. Bitch, there ain't no ghosts there. There ain't no motherfucking ghosts there. You just want to move so you can move away from these girls. And you don't want them to know who your husband is. You don't want to share that part of your life. Because all that shit you went through for more matter, and all of a sudden you want to move. And then she talking about, oh, well, no, it's not ghosts. It's Matt. Matt's the ghost. Matt ain't think about your ass. How long you gonna keep using this motherfucking man for a storyline? He was on last season. So I just, let it the fuck go, Kenya. Like, ugh. Okay, so anyways, Kenya says that she chose to elope and be private because she feels like the girls in this group will hate on her, i.e. Porsha, NeNe, and Phaedra, and Kim. They show clips of all the girls kind of shading Kenya. Remember how she was with Walter? But Kenya, you had a fake relationship with Walter, so do you feel like they're just supposed to forget about that? Like, you the one that presented that shit as fake. Sitting up here trying to get married to the man. The man was in no shape ready to marry your ass. Y'all didn't even really have a relationship. He came out and really said it was mainly for TV. So you need to really prove and show you got a man. You do. Anyways, they show Porsha. She has a new podcast. Are you copying off of me, Porsha? I'm just playing. I think that's a good idea for Porsha because it looks like she likes to talk a lot. And it's with her sister and her cousin. So it looks like they're having, a lot of fun doing that. She answers one question in particular from a viewer or somebody. And they asked her about working with friends. And she feels guarded about working with friends. She's not guarded about working with family. But she says, yes, friends, you really don't know where the interests lie. You don't know who you could trust. And they kind of go back to the whole how Phaedra did her thing. And I'm going to say what that is, Porsha, bitch, you are not a victim. You ain't no motherfucking victim, bitch. You were just as wrong as Phaedra because you didn't have to repeat what you heard, whether it was true or not. I also found it was very suspicious that you never brought Phaedra up to the reunion. So if you already knew that Phaedra said that shit, then you should have told Candy and Maui. Why the fuck you wait all the way to the last part of the reunion? That was kind of set up, and I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad that her and Phaedra's relationship is over right now because I did like them together. But I don't feel bad for you, Porsha, in the sense of, oh, she just played you. Because you could have kept your mouth shut. And hopefully in the future, whether somebody's your friend or not, if you don't know something to be true yourself, you shouldn't repeat it. And Candy and Ty got on your ass. They still said, you know what? You still not innocent. You still shouldn't have repeated it. NeNe even said the same thing. And I doubt you want to hear what NeNe has to say. But yeah, you was wrong. And I want you to just own that. But I guess you was hurt because you were close to Phaedra and maybe you thought you guys were more than what you were. I'll give you that, but you need to take responsibility in the motherfucking situation. Next, we got Sheree. She goes to NeNe's Swag Boutique. I felt like it looked very nice. I've seen all types of pictures of it on Instagram. I liked it. That damn Sheree. This heifer go say, oh, well, I had a boutique back in the day. And mine was more upscale. Sheree, why you were doing fine until you started this thing where you like to brag and be over the top and be more than what you are. I already told you guys that is how Sheree gets down. She always has to put other people down to build herself up. Ever since she's been cool with NeNe, if you watch the show through the years, the seasons that Sheree has been on, it's always, oh, I'm up here. And remember, first season, she wouldn't even allow NeNe at a party that she was at. She began acting funny. NeNe also put that same situation in her book. You know, she always tried to make it look like she's just so much better. Sheree, NeNe has more coins than you, honey. She got more coins, so we don't care how upscale, and it don't matter how upscale your boutique is, because guess what, bitch? Guess what, bitch? You don't have it no more, so shut the fuck up, okay? You're building houses that take 10 years, okay? Like, that's Sheree, that old sneaky bitch, but whatever. She did look cute, though. Her titties look weird. Did she have a boob job? It just look... Her titties had never been that big. Sheree has always been a smaller type woman, so titties look a little off with the new body. Anyways, NeNe was teasing her about her being in love, and she had some kind of heart or something around her neck, and Sheree told herself, well, NeNe would be the last person that I tell that I'm in a relationship with or if I'm in love. Why the fuck are you at her boutique, and why did you admit that you guys were friends, but she's the last motherfucker that you would tell if you was in love? That old fake ass, backward ass Sheree, bitch, you are starting already off on my last motherfucking nerves, acting fake. I don't have time for that. Like, you know, I don't know. Did something happen to where you don't want to tell NeNe certain stuff? I don't know. Anyways, NeNe tells Sheree that Kenya is married, and Sheree said Kenya needs to show him off and prove that she don't need to rent a man, you know, because she pretty much, and that was kind of funny, though. I'm going to give you that, Sheree, because that was funny. Because Kenya should be showing a motherfucker off. After all these fake-ass relationships she's been accused of, bitch, show him the fuck off. Then NeNe and Sheree talk about Kandi versus Porsha and Phaedra's situation. Sheree says she feels Porsha was manipulated, and NeNe says she doesn't feel like she was. And I have to agree with NeNe. You know, I do feel like Phaedra may have let her on, not just with the Kandi situation, you guys. I just think as a friend, period, I think that Porsha wanted more from Phaedra, and Phaedra wasn't really willing to really be real with it. So if Porsha is sad with Phaedra, upset with Phaedra, I understand like that part of it, but the Kandi part, Porsha, you were wrong too with that. I can't go there with you on that. Anyways, NeNe says Porsha and her people at Dish Nation are always talking about her, talking about and she's right, because I seen clips of DeBrat and all of them talking shit with that. We don't like how NeNe came at you. Why do motherfuckers baby Porsha? Who the fuck is Porsha? Y'all talk about Kandi's people babying her. Damn candy coated clique. But now we got people taking, Porsha is a grown woman, and she needs to own her shit. And she is not a victim. They kept showing clips of NeNe giving Porsha advice, and Porsha should have listened to that shit. I'm sorry. NeNe was just trying to tell her you can't go around fighting. All that fighting that Porsha does, you guys, it's very elementary school. Don't no grown woman in her 30s act like that. I'm 32 years old with a child. I'm not fighting nobody. It ain't because I'm scared either. It's because a bitch ain't trying to go to jail, okay? So, shit, you don't go around fighting to prove yourself. But I think that fighting is in her. And yes, she has been in a few situations, you guys. Like the Kenya situation was an isolated incident. Kenya deserved to have her ass dragged. The situation with Cynthia, she was actually trying to make up with Cynthia. I don't like that they got physical, but it was the Jamie situation, you guys, that really made me feel like Porsha may need some help. Because she just went after that girl. But yeah, your other situations, Porsha, they ain't been that bad. But you do need to learn to control your temper. And just, nobody is trying to speak a curse up on you. It's just about being a grown woman, hearing that you are wrong, and just taking responsibility for it and moving on. But all of it, I'm not going to say has been your fault, Porsha. I will say that. These girls, in the beginning, they was fucking with you. But that was like in the beginning, and it was mainly Kenya's ass. But you need to own your shit, boo-boo. Okay, so anyway, Sheree says that she thinks that NeNe and Porsha are not cool anymore because NeNe likes her friends to kind of kiss her ass and be her little yes man. And I don't agree with that. I think that if Sheree tried to say, well, NeNe cuts her friends off if they don't agree with everything she say. That's not what happened with the Porsha situation. Point blank period, what happened was NeNe gave Porsha some advice, and I know it's going to be motherfuckers talking about, oh, well, who is NeNe? Because NeNe don't even take her own advice. She just told somebody she hoped they Uber driver raped them, whatever with that. I don't feel like, and that situation just happened, and that was from a heckler, and was NeNe wrong for that? Yes, she was wrong for that, but that's completely different from the Porsha situation. NeNe does cuss motherfuckers out, but I guarantee you she would have never said that to the heckler had they not been fucking with her. We have to remember these people are celebrities, okay? And they get tired of people saying whatever the fuck they want to say. And y'all know NeNe mouth is slick. That's just how she is. She's always been that way. So, yes, I felt like she had a place in telling Porsha, hey, you need to stop fighting. It can ruin your brand. People may not want to work with you. You may not be able to get jobs. Yes, I still feel like that was okay for her to say because guess what? NeNe hasn't really fought anybody. She may cuss people out and say the wrong thing from time to time. But she ain't did the shit that Porsha has where going into an alley trying to fight somebody and being overly aggressive. Porsha, sweetie, they have you on camera probably 3-4 times. You trying to jump on somebody, beat somebody's ass. And perception is what people are going to think about. They're going to be like, damn, this bitch just likes to fight. You can read people without putting your motherfucking hands on them, Porsha. So take the advice and move the fuck along. Like, I'm kind of with Sheree a little bit. This situation with you and NeNe, y'all need to let this shit go. It ain't even that big of a deal. Take the advice, move on. If you don't want to take it, say, NeNe, thanks a lot. Don't want to hear that shit. Let's move on. Because this situation is old. And it does go back about 2 years ago. And I'm kind of over it. Anyways, next we have Kenya. She's on the phone with her dad. Kenya talks to her dad about her eloping, and she pretty much tells him she didn't invite him because she doesn't know what's going to come out of his mouth. I love and live for Kenya's dad. He is funny as shit to me. Oh my God. He is just so funny. But yeah, she didn't invite him. He was pretty sad. But anyways, he says, you know what? I'm proud of you. Congratulations. I cannot wait to meet your husband, So Kenya tells her dad that she did miss him at the wedding, and she said that she didn't, invite him. She wanted him to walk her down the aisle because that's what every little girl dreams about. So that's pretty much what happened with them. Next, we got Porsha and Sheree. They meet up at a wig shop. They're trying on wigs for Cynthia's 50 Shades of Cynthia party. And they talk about the NeNe and Porsha situation. And Porsha basically didn't like NeNe's advice. And she felt like NeNe wasn't being genuine and should have told her privately. What do you guys think about that? Do you feel like NeNe should have said it on the reunion privately? It doesn't matter. It's the same message. And she was just trying to tell you to watch yourself. I mean, you're in anger management, bitch. So wasn't NeNe kind of right? If you didn't feel like you had a problem, Porsha, you wouldn't have took your ass to anger management. So you had a problem. You just didn't want nobody to call your ass out on it. Okay, anyways. Next we have Cynthia and Noel, and Cynthia's calling Peter to see if he is coming to her birthday party. And Peter's just like, no, I'm in Charlotte. I'm busy. Cynthia, sweetie, you were a little bit too pressed to see if Peter was going to come. You divorced him. You left him. So why is you crying and getting all in your feelings that the man ain't coming? And, it's just like, I don't know if you guys, let me take that back. I don't know if she was crying. They showed a clip of her crying, I guess, when they was getting divorced. But y'all know what I'm saying. Cynthia, sweetie, you are a bit pressed. You still want Peter. Like, get with him already. Jump his bones. But Let's quit with this, oh, I divorced you and you still need to be showing up to my parties. He like, bitch, you left me. I don't owe you shit. So that's it on that. Okay, next we got NeNe greets Cynthia at Cynthia's party, and she calls her Miss Daly, and, Kenya's laughing because, she realized she put the shit on social media, and that's how they're going to have to find out about her new husband. NeNe, Candy, and Kenya and Shamia, they all greet each other, began laughing and talking. And Candy gets on Kenya for not inviting her to her wedding. And she's saying, you didn't really elope because I saw people there in the audience. I'm supposed to be a good friend of yours. I couldn't get an invitation. So, Candy, you're not really Kenya's friend like that, sweetie. Kenya doesn't have any friends. Remember, Velvet was her only friend. Kenya is friends with them motherfucking dogs she got more than she is with y'all, okay? That's how I feel about that. Next, we got Sheree and Porsha. They walk in and Porsha ends up hugging Candy. And Porsha is hugging everybody, all in this good mood. And Candy is just like, why am I hugging this bitch? I still don't want to fuck with her like that. So she kind of mad. But yeah, Porsha hugs everybody but NeNe. She says hi to her though. And it was basically, it was shade. But they're not talking right now. So I guess that's the best she could do. Then she tells Kenya that she doesn't want to be fake with Porsha, and that's Candy. Candy ends up walking away from a group of ladies talking, and she is just like, ugh, I don't want to act like ain't shit happened, and Kenya was like, I understand, we understand what happened, and she trying to act like it didn't happen and y'all cool, and that's not cool. So that's pretty much what happened with that. Then Sheree gets NeNe and Porsha together to talk. Porsha wants to talk about what happened 3 weeks ago because she claims that NeNe said that she wanted her fired. And NeNe says, no, this isn't a 3-week friendship. Let's take it back to 2 years ago. Let's take it all the way back. And I agree with NeNe. When you are working out a friendship or a situation like this, you want to take it all the way back. And this shit started all the way back a couple of years ago when NeNe gave Porsha that advice. She didn't want to hear it. Porsha got her ass on Dish Nation. I remember it. She kept talking about NeNe on her show. And kept trying to say, well, I just feel like she's trying to block me from my blessings. And she's trying to keep me from good things in my life. And all this victim ass shit. Bitch, take the advice, grow up, and keep it moving. Damn. So, yeah, that's Porsha still in that space where, well, you wanted me fired and you lied and you didn't have to lie. You lied to Sheree. And NeNe is just like, listen, if we're not going to have a conversation where you're listening and we're not speaking over each other, then I'm not trying to have a conversation. She ends up basically walking off from her and leaving the party. And then they show Candy and everybody singing happy birthday to Cynthia. So that was pretty much the first episode, you guys. It was a lot, but like I said, I'm happy my motherfucking girls are back. I am so happy to see everybody again. Do I really believe that motherfucking Kenya is married? We shall see. But that's pretty much all I have to say, you guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm out.